That could be used as a weapon in a necessity. With this cable car, we can get up onto the warehouse roof. This motor is from the cable car. There's a little petrol left, but not enough to start the motor. There's a little petrol left. Empty. Judging by the smell, I would say that it's an oil reservoir. Look at this hole. This motor needs a starting handle.
Given the maintenance, this cable car isn't used very frequently.
True, Watson, but let us hope that it is still working. Cutting pliers. They could be useful. This chest is shut by a cord, which also attaches it to the cable car's structure. A bottle of motor oil. There is a metal ladder stuck under the cable car. I can't do that. A crank. The lever is stuck. Vodka. There's a little at the bottom of these bottles.
Russian alcohol. Holmes, the three brothers.
This motor is from... Let us hope it works. The crank is in place. Here's what we can use for fuel.
It works.
We are going to separate. I will find a way into the fair, and you must investigate the warehouse.
Very well, I'll do that.
There is no one on the roof. If the machine should get out of control, then just use the brake. There ought to be one.
I should hope so. Anyway, there's no other choice. And when I've found out what is going on down there, what should I do then?
Come and join me in the fairground. You can follow my route to get over the fence. Then you should find me easily enough. Good luck, my dear fellow.
Come on, John. Courage. No one seems to have noticed me. Now I must try to find out what is going on here. The bags contain rubble. They're tied up with good solid rope. I'll keep the rope. It's a miracle that this reservoir is standing. The feet are being eaten away by rust. Carts from the soup kitchens. They appear to be queuing up. A large dry cloth. It's too dark inside this reservoir. It's impossible to see anything, but I can hear a slight lapping of water. It's too dark. I must find out what is going on inside this warehouse, but have to be careful. The place is full of guards. The window is too dirty to allow me to see inside. An empty bottle. It's too dangerous to go any further. So, it is inside these warehouses that Prince Woodville's canteens on wheels are filled up, and Hans is there to add his poison. That siren is a signal to open the doors and let out the carts of poisoned soup, destined for London. I wonder what Holmes is doing at this moment.
Here is a good place to try and get through. The way is clear. Good, I'm in. Now I must find Moriarty. A target from a firing range. A telephone line. Interesting. It comes from that large building. A telephone line. Interesting. The stand's owner must live here. The stand's accounts book. Let's look at the book's secret. Secret accounts. The stand's owner must do something other than manage a simple coconut shy, and there is a strange poem about animals. A target from a firing range. It depicts a lion. It's the stand's till. There is no money, but there is a wooden target. Let's see. A firing range for children. They have to throw leather balls at the figures of wild animals to knock them over. It's clear that there is a link between the poem in the secret accounts and the animal-shaped targets on the stand. It seems to me that there is something behind this poster, but it is stuck fast. Elementary. There is a hiding place here. Interesting. I can't see a keyhole. There we are. It is simplicity itself. The stand's slush fund. I wonder what happened to the owner that he should leave without his savings. If the guard sees me, he will sound the alarm. I must neutralize him, but discreetly. There are probably others, and a fight would attract their attention. It's open. This building was a menagerie. I'm in the service passage. Apparently it's a medicine chest for first aid, I presume. Closed. Impossible to open it. Oh, what a smell. There must have been wild animals here once. This cage has been blocked with planks, so that the interior is hidden from view. Old bandages. A large syringe for animals of a considerable size, evidently. Everything points to that cage having been used to treat sick animals. A key. I pity the animals that were shut up in here. The cages are very narrow. Nothing of interest here. Apparently it's a med... The only thing intact is this bottle of ether. If the guard sees me, he will sound the alarm. I must neutralize him, but discreetly. There are probably others, and a fight would attract their attention. There. That should interest our guard. Good. My little stratagem is in place. All I need to do is to wait for him to come back here. shut him up, and quickly. Perfect. Thanks to the ether, this baller will sleep for a long time. Another guard. This place is full of them. I cannot risk a confrontation. He'll see me coming, and I'll lose the element of surprise. I'll need to find a way to trap him. They must have exhibited those poor wretches in these cages and presented them as being dangerous. Be careful of those boxes. They are balanced, one on top of the other. It would take very little to knock them over. Bearded lady. People must have been locked up in here, and they are certain to have been mistreated. This cage is still occupied, not by one of the monsters, but by a poor man. He's still alive, but he's barely human now. Moriarty must have tested his poison on this poor fellow. If he was freed, he would leap at the throat of the first person he saw. I could easily open the cage by raising the door, but that poor man would leap on me immediately. The cage is held shut with this bar. It only needs to be pulled away to open it. I wonder what this machinery is used for. A rail system is fixed to the ceiling, and a hook is hanging from it. It must be used for moving heavy and bulky objects. Thanks to this mechanism, the hook can slide along the rail to be positioned wherever needed. This large, empty aquarium held the fair's main attraction. The mermaid, Poseidon's daughter. I suppose it was on this small stage that the monsters were presented to the public. Ah, here's something interesting. Hans's diary. What a dreadful diary. That Hans is the only real monster ever to have frequented this attraction. The bearded lady kept the key to this exhibition. Interesting. Chemistry material. Here's what I've been looking for. The crank is in place. The hook is above the cage of this poor wretch. There, the rope is in place. This way I can open the poor fellow's cage from the outside without taking any risks. The trap is in place. Now I only need to get the guard to go inside the freak show. The guard must have been warned. I need to get out of here. The guard is inside. I must close the door quickly. Closed. I must find a way of neutralizing the guard inside.
Well, I'll be leaving you. I'm sure you have a great many things to do.